Hey there, Leo Ascendant. This is your Ascendant forecast for the week ahead from Monday the 17th right the way through to Sunday the 23rd of November 2025. Now, last week was a reflection week, I would say. There was a lovely Mercury retrograde conjunction to Mars, and it was I would say it was there to really start us thinking and to restart our stories in a new way. Now, this week is going to really build on that, but it's a real turning point week. You know, we've got a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. It's not just a new moon, it's a new moon with a Mercury Cazimi on the same day, which is really powerful. Also on the same day, we've got a very rare aspect, a really rare alignment that's exact between Uranus and Neptune. So yeah, and we've got two planetary changes. Mercury's retrograding back into Scorpio and the sun is going into the sign of Sagittarius. So there's so much going on, loads of beautiful trines. And yeah, I can't wait to get cracking on this. I mean, this new moon, I think, is unfiltered, it's intuitive, it is instinctive, and it's helping you to get to your deeper desires, your hidden emotions, and really into your hidden fears as well, just to see what's playing out. Now, this could even be one of the most revealing weeks of 2025, given that Uranus oppositions to the Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Venus. So what I'm going to do is bring up the charts in just a second. But before I do, let me just say hello in case you're new to this channel. My name is Louisa Tanner Munson. Welcome to Feel Good Astrology. I hope you like it. And as I get going, I always say a big thank you to everybody that sponsors this channel in all the various ways that you do it. I mean, you make this a great life for me. Thank you so much. So I've got two charts then. This one is from Sunday the 16th, just to set the scene. And the second chart is from Sunday the 23rd, when we come to the end. And you'll see that the moon is going from here to here, from Libra to Capricorn. And we've got this kind of red dot down here at the bottom. Now, that red dot is just to show you in relationship to your whole chart where this new moon is taking place, because there's a lot going on near here. For instance, you know, at the start of this week, the sun is in Scorpio, but will be going over this point at the time of the new moon and into Sagittarius 2 days later. Mercury, that's already, you know, retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, is going to go over, like across from Sagittarius into Scorpio on the 19th. And then on the 20th, it's going to be in a conjunction with the new moon. So it's a new moon with a Mercury Cazimi. So powerful. Now, this is all taking place in your fourth house. The fourth house is about the home, the family, your actual physical house, the harmony at home, what's going on at home, what new things you want to create at home, if you're ready to move house, if you're ready to think seriously about it in a whole new way. This is also about your roots. You know, this is like the most rooted part of the birth chart. This is about your roots, also your childhood, the behaviors that have come from your childhood. This could be about your ancestry as well. So there is a lot that could be brought up at this time. Now, like I said, at the start of this week, the moon is just in the tail end of Libra. It goes into Scorpio on the Monday the 17th. And, you know, the moon is really at the tail end of this current moon cycle. So it's waning, meaning it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then as it comes into the new moon, the sun and the moon come together. That's when the moon appears to disappear. You know, there's no light. And we have to trust ourselves. We have to really go deep into self-trust, deep into our own emotional honesty to see what's going on. And so I really think from the 17th until the 20th, which is a big part of the week, we are getting quieter and more intense. And this is a time for us to, I think, be in gratitude, be ready to release things, be ready to shed all that's just not necessary anymore. And it's funny because, like, one of my clients was telling me about, you know, we're in the year of the Chinese, like, snake, you know, the Chinese zodiac. It's a snake year this year. This is a year where we are meant to be shedding our skins. And to me, this is the perfect time for us to shed our skins, you know, right before this Scorpio new moon. It's very intense. And so I just think anywhere where we're distorted, anywhere where you're distorted at home, where your vision for your home and your family feels distorted, it's time to let that go and allow that, like shed the skins, shed those old beliefs that aren't working, those fears that you have for your family and your home, just let them go so that you can come to a much deeper, quieter, more silent place to sow a new seed of what it is that you're really wanting to bring about. So I do see the first part of this week as being quite quiet. Then straight after the new moon, the moon is going into the sign of Sagittarius. So it's going into the 5th house, which is a place of creation. Now, like if you're ready to start a family, for instance, I mean, this is actually quite a helpful time because, you know, coming into that deep quiet, you're shedding all the past, really preparing yourself for this kind of new birthing experience, this new conception. And then straight after, you know, the moon's going into your 5th. And then on the 22nd, the sun's going into your 5th. You've got Mars in your 5th as well. So to me, you know, if you've got something going on about children and birthing, this is a really magnificent time, you know, going from the home and the intention for the family and then going into the creative part. But what you might find also, which I think is like also very useful, is like the 4th house, that clearing that's going on with our roots and understanding where we come from and what it means to be who you are. You know, like for instance, I've been looking at my own ancestry, you know, looking back as far as my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, finding out about who they are, what they did, how they lived. And from that, that's giving me a greater sense of who I am. So you'll be going through your own kind of process around this. But from this new set point of how you see yourself, it then informs you as to what you want to create with that energy. And that's what's really picking up after that. You know, we're at this, you know, Scorpio is ruled by Mars and also Pluto. Pluto's the god of the underworld. And so we're kind of really deep down into the quiet, into the dark, into the hidden. And from it, we're coming into the time of hope and optimism, of faith, of future, of development, of direction, of vision. So, you know, this is a really hopeful time, I would say. We're on the way back up. So yeah, as the sun, you know, first of all, we've got the moon going into Sagittarius, meeting Mars. And then as the sun goes into Sagittarius, the moon is going into Capricorn. And so the moon is leading the way. You know, the moon is everything that we're getting ready to create now and where we're building in energy. The moon then takes it into this powerful place, the 6th house, which is all about our productivity. And on that day as well, there's a lovely sextile between the sun and Pluto, really showing that productivity. Now, whilst this is going on, we've got this amazing pattern. So we've got this grand trine, beautiful, but we've also got a minor trine here. You put them together and you get a lovely kite. And of course, down the spine of the kite, we've got this opposition between the sun, Mercury retrograde, and Venus. So Venus is how we relate to people, in particular in the 4th house, how we relate to our family members, how we relate to each other, you know, like anyone within our midst, anyone that we love. Mercury retrograde is about our most private of thoughts. This is a very, very private part of our chart. And the sun as well, you know, it has been in this private part and then in this place of creation. Meanwhile, you've got Uranus right at the top in a very public part of your chart. To me, it feels like there are shocking ideas and revelations and things going on in the world where, I don't know, the juxtaposition between your home and safety and then the excitement of the world is kind of shaking you awake. Now, the opposition is likely to bring up lots of new ideas. It will let you know what's not for you anymore and what really is for you. Really, this is leading to a greater sense of alignment. This isn't meant to rip you apart. It's meant to bring you closer to what really resonates. You just like let go of anything that's false. So, you know, I really see that this is a time when, you know, this revelation is becoming liberation. It's freeing you. It's like you're ready to move. You're ready to move forwards. And as the sun goes into Sagittarius, I think it feels like your future is beckoning you. You can see it. This is a time when you're saying to yourself, I always knew it. I now know what I'm meant to be doing. It's that like sense that you can do it finally. So the last thing I just want to reveal a little bit more about, and that is this Uranus and Neptune sextile. Now, I will talk about this in a separate video, but these two coming together, it's like an era. It's like a generational thing. You know, Neptune has some very, very strong ideals and beautiful sort of spiritual nature, and is wanting us to come out of individualism and somehow like create something for the collective. With Uranus in the 10th house, it feels like there are things that you could add to the collective that comes from your originality and comes from your sense of individualism. So it's like you have your individual gift that could assist the collective. And, you know, in this very, very sort of creative time, and from this new moon that's here to bring us a little bit more safety, I think there's going to be some beautiful ideas coming forward. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now. I hope that's helpful. Now, if you want to go deeper, you know, maybe lay out some of what might be going on for you in 2026, then just check out my deals below. I've got a little link taking you to where you can see my offers for 2026. What might help you? I've got a few different journeys lined out and a few different readings. So just tune in and see which works and get in touch. But wishing you a beautiful new moon, beautiful way forwards. And yeah, we're all going to start moving. It's going to be quite fun. Lots of love anyway. Take care and catch you real soon. Bye for now.